think that's it. Yeah, that'll do. And the light's not too bad because it's so light out here now.
Yeah.
Which is nice. There we go. So I'm going to have a biscuit before someone turns up.
I'm just trying to get this ready, so...
Oh, you'll be the first person to turn up.
Oh, yeah.
We are running late though, to be fair, so I do apologise, chaps. Right. In one.
Yep, that's it. Got it. Yep, that's it. Got it. A bit late, but...
You might want to... Oh, Luke. How's it hanging? Well... We're just talking about, because we're leading up to the point our painting challenge is coming to an end next month. No, not next month, the month after. And we're going to start on more Italians. Evening, Dad and Dom.
Hang on.
What we stuffing our face with today? Sainsbury's milk chocolate digestives.
Yeah.
To start with. So we're just looking at buying what we got to buy our Italian stuff. And Jason's going to buy his American stuff. He went on Warlord Games and went a little bit crazy.
I didn't go crazy.
Wow.
I took some money with me to a show. I didn't buy anything. I had withdrawals, so I went online and bought some.
We got tea, white, no sugar, but yeah, we'll do your coffee, mate.
Yes.
So Jay said he's going to look at a mission, one of the scenarios.
Or battle. Yeah, battle. A basic battle about the
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing. I just looked at the Western Desert campaign. Scenario 1 with the Italians tells me what I need or what formation I'm allowed to use. And then I'm just looking now and I'm limited to an L333 or an L335 tankette, which are basically a Panzer I with machine guns.
Yeah. I just went for the
Kasserine Pass.
Yeah, army. And thought, right, I need all that for the army. Right, that's what I'll get. Then I looked at it and went, well, actually, if I do that, actually, no, it wasn't that one.
No, see?
Yeah, I got it wrong. I know, it was the first US victory.
Oh, right, 1943.
Yeah.
Christ.
Wasn't that long to get.
Christ, and I'm looking at a mission here, a scenario where it's 1940.
Yeah, but that's against the Brits.
Yes.
They didn't turn up to it, did they?
Now, I don't want to get your hopes up with me using the Italians, but I know I'm up against it. When you read the following, hear me out. 1940-41 Italian Armoured Brigade. That's what I've got to use in the first scenario if we're going to do all the scenarios in the book. Yeah. When the Italians began their ill-fated, there's your first clue, invasion of Egypt in 1940, the armoured formations deployed were of low quality, it's not looking good, and was saddled with inferior equipment. Right, they stood no chance against the professionalism of the Commonwealth Armoured Brigade, whose Crusader tanks were far superior to the L3 light tank and the M11 39 medium tank. So I'm up against the back wall. I'm getting a kick in. It's there in black and white.
Right then, so
ill-fated.
So when you
hang on, no, you shut your face. Ill-fated, low-quality, inferior equipment stood no chance. I love that one. Professionalism and far superior.
Oh yeah, look at that. Well, put it this way: when you lose, you only repeat history.
Mate, I'll be smug as hell when I win.
Yeah, if you win, then you'll be like, there'll be no stopping you, will there?
I'll be when I'm winning, I'll be like low quality. Apparently, Jace, you're far superior. Yeah, I will be rubbing it in all the time if I win. So yeah, so I'm up against it from the get-go. That's fine, it's fine.
But I'll be taking...
Someone's got to be authentic and lose. There's the board behind. Europe tonight.
Yeah.
Should be interesting. Jason's brought 2 tanks, or an armoured kind of tank along. I haven't.
You brought a tank?
Yeah, I've only bought Panzer IV. Doesn't do nothing, does it?
It's heavier than better than mine.
If it is.
Yeah.
You haven't got any mortars?
No.
See, that's what gets me. More scare the crap out of me. Why don't I feel them?
I don't know.
Oh, I know why. Because you sniper my spotter.
I didn't bring a sniper either.
Yeah, but you normally do.
I almost did.
You know
But
what
I
I do.
dropped it to get another 6-man unit.
What's in the starter set?
For what?
What's in the starter set for the Italians?
What's that?
The game only didn't start, Rich is in for a whooping.
Yeah, because he
Shut up, Danny.
You're defeatist.
Do you know what? Yeah, I am. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
You think you're going to lose before you even roll the first die?
Yeah, I'm my worst enemy.
The only one you don't do it for is second edition.
40k.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm good at that.
Yeah. Do you take video?
Because I have two of the cheesiest
Yeah,
times.
exactly.
Mate, how you didn't win that game? Well, you did win that game, but how you didn't absolutely hammer me with that jetpack army against my nids? I could have gone back. Oh, I
Some of my
can't
rolls are
attack.
really bad though.
Thankfully, yeah.
Yeah.
But your first round of shooting, no jams.
Oh yeah, but I didn't know
That was
damage.
horrendous.
Yeah,
Man.
but it
That
didn't
was
damage, sir.
horrendous. And then you at the end sneaking that taken over. We have to put a taken over regardless, so people think you might have it or not. That wasn't. But then again, I was in two positions. Do I take and hold, or do I take out the jetpacks that were in my deployment? Because you might have had Dawn Raid.
Mm.
It was a good game, surprisingly good game. I had to play a blinder just to kind of get where I was, and then taking the Avatar out with a straight with a 10 wounded venom cannon was just a fiesta.
Yeah, because my dice weren't that brilliant in that game.
And you still won.
Yeah, no. Even.
So yeah, so the question was, what tank is in the Warlord Italian starter set with the Belisarians?
I don't know, it's two, isn't it? You can make two.
You can make one or two. I know it's a Semavanti or something like that. I can't remember which one it is, but either way, they're not very good, but that'll be fine. So, hang on. You talk, I'm reading. I'm just looking for this a minute. Oh, iron hulls, iron hearts. Despite the disparaging opinions of the Italian armoured forces held by Commonwealth soldiers, and even their German allies, there were numerous examples of extreme bravery and initiative that have been conveniently left out of popular accounts. Had their equipment been up to the same standard as their other armies in North Africa, things could have been different. An Italian medium or light tank with the iron hulls, iron hearts rule may re-roll any failed order test to advance or run as long as this will bring them closer to the enemy. Well, that's a complete difference to the rest of the rules, isn't it? Well, that you got you
I
to.
thought they were probably going to die anyway, so I might as well go it for
Wow.
it.
Okay, so
Which went out?
Jason placed the cheesiest armies in second edition Spatials. Eldar just misunderstood. Another players are jealous of their clear superiority. Yeah, he's right.
A couple of years.
He ain't wrong. Oh, Spatials could be horrible, man. That could be horrible, Spatials.
Yeah, but I don't go big with the
No,
special.
but thankfully we don't go beardy. Oh, newsflash. Ooh. Jace dropped a clanger today.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Jace at the Plymouth Association of Wargaming next year wants to take part in the Kings of War tournament.
Yeah?
So guess who's re-roped him to that? We got to do it.
Yeah.
At
least we know where we come.
Oh, second to last. Mate, I just hope I beat you. I'll be like that. I lost, but I didn't come last. That'd be great. That'd be great. So we're going to do that.
Yeah.
We're going to actually take part in a tournament for once. We'll have to have some tournament style games. So when we do our Kings of War battle reports, we'll be in training.
Pretty much, yeah.
And our battle reports could be us just going for it.
Yeah.
That'd
We'll
be
have to find out
interesting.
what points they used.
Yeah, well, we can speak to, I think it's a guy called Tom organised it. Well, Chris, Anthony went up. Are you going to Exeter show this weekend?
Yeah, went there today.
Jace went there. I went to a cosplay to look at everybody in anime.
Mm.
I had more fun than Jace.
Yeah. I didn't buy
Naughty
anything.
Exeter.
Yeah, I didn't actually buy anything, so I came home very depressed. So I went online, went away the game, went, I'm buying that, and that made me feel better.
Did it though? Did it?
Oh, it did. Because I know I'm going to pick up 3 30 caliber machine guns, 2 mortars,
Honestly.
Only a little bit, yeah, a little bit lighter, yeah. So, and I brought another unit of clansmen for my Northern Alliance. It made me feel a lot better, actually.
Good.
It made me feel empty that void I had.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's what I'm planning. That's what I've ordered now. But get painted. That's a different matter, isn't it?
You're painting. You're so fast at painting.
But yeah, so we're going to try and do the show.
So that's in February.
Yes, it is.
So
yeah.
we won't be doing a demo game this time. We'll be taking part in a tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
So any hints out there, guys, for how to win, or even to get the rules right, please tell us.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
anything about winning, it's just making us look like fools.
Be like that. What do you mean you can do that? You can't do that rule book. Oh, buggy, you can.
Yeah. So yeah, we should be allowed. So we will have to get some practice games in over the weekends for that.
39.
And I don't even know what I'll be using.
Oh, I'll be using Undead. But I'd have to go beardy and rely on Sarge, wouldn't I?
And
Don't know.
I could use it all once. But again, you might have your night stalkers by then.
You're a laugh.
You never know.
You're right. Do you know what? I do like, I'm really now getting into the Night Stalker thing. I do like the models.
Yeah.
I do like the models. Hi guys, it's always fun to see you guys play. I'm hoping to play some of the games you enjoy. The constant whining about. Before we came out, it's exhausting. Yeah, it is. It is. And to be honest with you, from what I've seen, sorry, I'm wobbling the camera. From what I have seen of casting around, all right,
That's all right.
cheers, Chris. From what I've seen of 10th edition, honestly, I'll call it now. I don't think it's any better.
I don't know how many it looks.
Oh, mate, it's like, wow, what we'll do is we'll give all these vehicles now toughness 9, toughness 11, blah, 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 blah. And in one hand they do that, and the other hand they bring out a massive gun with massive firepower and high strength. So if they do the, if the toughness is lower than the strength, it's 3s. If the toughness is higher, it's 5s. A lot of the anti-tank guns out there will take out tanks on a 3+. All right, yeah, great. Tanks have got loads of wounds. All right, fantastic.
But it's all right,
But they'll just dish out loads of wounds when they hit you. There's one gun that does like 2d6 hits per hit, and it's got 3 shots.
Yeah, but I bet it's expensive. And
Admittedly, it's on a Bane blade or something.
yeah, but the thing is, they take anti-tank guns, and you don't take any tanks. Like, I'll go and shoot one man.
Yeah,
Go shoot one man.
That's it, innit?
You spent 200 points of that. Yeah, there's 200 points of Ranger. You want to kill them one turn, you won't do it.
Well, that's the thing, innit? But then, yeah, it's just, I just feel it's going to go down the same route as 9th. 10th still seems to be special case of rules for literally everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've gone back to the universal rules, which makes sense, because all they were doing was just prettying up, oh, you got Nergal's Rot, that gives you can resist wounds on a 5+. Or you've got Catalyst, you can resist wounds on a 5+. Well, basically, it's feel no pain.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I
You can run really fast with hooves, or you can run really fast on feet.
Yeah, I like the models, and that's about it.
Yeah. Hi, gents. Are you still doing a live? Are you doing a live game stream? No. We are thinking about it though.
Yeah.
We are thinking about it, and the one we reckon we could do live will be Kings of War, because we're going to have an actual chess clock.
So it forces.
So the game will be over in 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's including setup.
We won't even get to turn 6.
That'd be mental.
Because you'll run out of time before you get to turn 6.
I won't, because I'll be like, I'll be at home, I'll just sweep everything off the kitchen table. I'll have a Rocky montage going on in the background. And I'll be moving my models really fast. I'll be sweating and everything. And stick with Kings of War, they don't seem to revise it as quickly as Games Workshop. Yeah, no, I enjoy the Kings of War.
Yeah, I do.
I enjoy it. I was just saying to Jason, so we don't get that many hits on it, to be fair. Compared to 2nd edition and other games we play. I don't care. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I enjoy it. It's such a good game. I'm so excited. Look at you, miss clearing the table. But I was already saying to Jason this morning on the phone before we went up to Exeter. I got more excited about the fact that Mantic are going to tweak and bring out new models for Night Stalkers than I have anything that's come out for 40k at the moment.
Yeah.
Just doesn't float my boat. And I looked at these new models that they brought up for the NIDs, and I love the NIDs. One of my favourite races. These little walking bio barb gaunts, I think they're called,
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that, and neural gaunts, so they expand the range of the synapses. I'm like, whatever. Ooh, new butchers for Night Stalkers. You know?
Yeah, they're going to do Northern Alliance as well. Oh, it'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Northern Alliance is hard, though.
Yeah.
Your basic troops are hard.
I know, didn't it?
Oh, one thing we have been doing wrong is when you walk into terrain,
Yeah.
that turn, you suffer a -1 to shoot. You got steady aim, so you don't suffer the -1 for moving and shooting, but you suffer a -1 for shooting the turn you enter a terrain.
Okay.
But if you don't move, you give them a halt order the next turn, then they shoot normally. I know your Pathfinder and your Striders kind of ignore terrain in that respect, but you still suffer for shooting through terrain because you kind of haven't set yourself up properly.
Oh, yeah. That's not a problem.
I know, it isn't, so that's
No.
good. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about Kings of War. What I want to try and do is, because I got the original Green Book, which I think you might have.
Yeah, I've got the green, but yeah.
They only just want your money. Yeah, they do, Leslie,
Yeah.
they do, they're terrible. So for the live stream, your daughter will be the camera crew. No, we're going to stick it on the stand like we got it now.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair though, if it's that quick, she could come up. She'd love that.
It could do.
Always sad that fantasy dwarf always don't have the legs to cross the table.
That's a good dwarf.
Legs are a sore subject at the moment.
I've got a dwarf for me.
Well, yeah, but you just got to paint up. And it's all the old metal ones.
Yeah,
now.
it is, yeah. Yeah, but I think I want to concentrate. If I get them out, so if I get the dwarfs out of the box, then I'll get sidetracked and I'm going to end up
Well,
painting
then
them.
why don't you... Right, let's get the Italians out of the way, because we should have started that in July, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to fail this month's painting challenge. I know
Right.
that. I've got too much reenactment stuff to make and prepare. But we're not doing the shows now, so we'll be able to game. But either way, I'm going to fail this challenge. I'm going to have a good go, but I reckon I'm going to fail it. And then in June, we've got to do our key characters.
Yep.
And at the end of June, we'll do a battle report.
Yeah.
The 2 Dark Angel armies fighting. So July, we'll start our new challenge.
Yeah, will be my
Which will be
Americans.
your Americans, my Italians. So I better get the boxes actually.
Yeah.
And then at the end of December,
There'll be a battle.
why don't we then go for our next Mantic army?
Yeah.
And that'll be our challenge.
Yeah.
So what's the unit you're in for reenactment? I'm not. I'm a knight. I just fight on my own. I've got no friends. Don't fight as a unit. We just do normal tournament shows one-on-one, which is great. Oh, then saying that, when I go to Tewkesbury, I'm with the Prince's bodyguard, Prince of Wales, in the War of the Roses. Zad at a local company, he said he saved 400 quid to get an army of boat action. What was that?
I wanted to get an army of bolt action. I said, please don't compare Warlord to GW.
Yeah,
Yeah, you won't need 400 quid to do a bolt action. mate.
nowhere near.
No.
Nowhere near. Half that.
That'll get you so much models you wouldn't know what to do with.
War of the Roses, yeah. But I was looking at Wayland Games.
Yeah, terms go there, get models.
Yeah.
Whatever games, something like that. Shop around.
I worked out the price of the model more undead that I want to get, and I compared the price to getting it off Mantic themselves, and I'll save 64 quid.
Mm.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Well, they're still getting it because they buy it from Mantic, so it's not like
Yeah, but then Wayland Games are knocking 20% off. They were the cheapest I could find. With 400 quid, you could recreate the Western Front.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah, we had a freaking. It'd be about
Not
2
being
months
funny,
of
with
that.
400 quid, you'd get a decent 3D printer and the SD files.
What for then?
400 quid will get you easily.
Oh, yeah, but he's doing bolt action, so it'd be.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Even less for World War II if you're Warlord Atlantics. 64, there's half a bolt action army. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Element Games with excellent service and cost, always use them.
Yeah, I've used Element Games as well.
Yeah, I have
Both,
done.
Yeah.
I have done.
Well, they
But
can
yeah, I
play
was
people
really
nicely.
impressed with Wayland Games. I thought
Yeah.
that is so cheap, so I'll be able to, pun intended, and I'll flesh out my undead. Because I want to get a few more werewolves, wraiths. I actually now, I don't know why, I want to bulk up my mummy unit. I reckon that'd be a nice little tar pit.
Yeah, it could be.
I told him we'd get more nations from World War II to play with.
Yeah.
You're right, you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
you have 2 complete armies for that.
Yeah.
Easily.
Well, you think about it, if you don't go crazy, you buy right, a mega army set for undead for Mantic. I know it's in my head at the moment, I can't think of the bolt action one. If you're printing GW, you can find basically everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Print the resin of that, you're laughing.
Yeah.
You can get the Mega Army set from Mantic is £115, from Warlord Games it's 88 quid. Bang,
Yeah,
there
so
you
I
go,
got
you got a
mine
reasonable sized army there.
Larkin, and they were cheap as chips.
BA is an infantry game. Oh,
Oh, actually, yeah.
yeah, is it? We bought tanks.
Yeah. But you can go to any, you shop around with bolt houses and stuff, you get a nice hell of a good deals.
Well, I found a guy who does reasonable resin 3D printed models.
Yeah.
That's why I got those, that half track. I got a Opal Blitz, and what else did I get for the desert?
Well, if he did the desert like we did, we said if we had bought the Gentleman's War,
yeah,
and the Starter Army box set, that's all you needed. You're done, and that's no way 400 quid.
Well, you wouldn't stop there. You just always add to it.
Oh yeah. But for 400 quid, you get 2 armies and have a hell of a selection. But yeah, the Kings of War is even better. But I'll just have a look at that then.
So I'm just thinking.
So after the
Italians, so after the Italians, we can do the
Kings of War.
Kings of War, and then after the Kings of War, we can do a 40k army again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and right, okay, when it's 40k, I have so much beer that my locals are still surprised when I turn up with a church with 50 infantry. 50 infantry. You nasty. Right.
They're Soviets, aren't they? Or inexperienced.
No, it's not Soviets, is it? It's a Churchill. Which you need to be thinking 6666666. Well, I do think of 666 because it's a great song by Iron Maiden, Number the Beast. It's just I roll sixes. I roll those sixes when it's morale.
It says that. That's what my American one first time was going to be about 50 odd men.
Like a demon army and laugh at the poor soul having to build 2 armies while you 2 guys with guns and call it done. What was I looking for?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, hang on.
Looking for Italian tanks or men?
No, looking for me. Hang on, I'm only allowed to use. Hang on, I'm trying to find some here.
You little tankettes?
No.
No?
Here we go.
He's trying to write
the war in Africa. Here we go. So
regular
the next.
And 50 regular infantry. Ooh, I might have to try that.
That's the one I need to make. I need to make the war in Africa army.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to go for a lot of Balisarios or whatever they're called, yeah, that's scenario 2. The war in Africa reinforced platoon. I need to add that. Hang on. Note if tanks are taken, only the CV 33, 35, and M11 39. Okay.
I can make that Churchill because I've got a spare Churchill at home.
What Churchill?
The Churchill with the AVRE. It's basically a fine dustbin. But it's nasty when it hits. Is it a heavy howitzer? I think it's a heavy howitzer.
Oh really?
Yeah. But it's really short range. It was used for breaking bunkers.
Oh yeah, the photo you sent me of. Shame we don't live closer. I could bring my 100 reg. How do you do that? That must be 2 reinforced platoons. Has to be.
Yeah.
Gotta be in it. Where do you live still, I'm sure? Bloody Canada. Oh.
I said 100 regular British with rifles. That's a lot of men.
Yeah, but that would be 1,000 points.
Yeah, heavy half range, heavy howitzer, yeah.
But 100 regular
infantry.
Wow. Could be interested in dipping away from the official models, exploring alternatives like Plastic Soldier Company. No reason you can't use World War II, yeah?
No use at all. B movie style, yeah. So yeah.
You what?
Cheese it up, B movie style.
Yeah, I think that's what. So what's number 3?
He's still doing his office. Get out, mate.
Yeah, but what, like you said, now it's you're looking at the scenarios and looking at the formations that you have to use.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to buy these models, I've got to work out what I need to do these sort of things. Because I'll get some tankettes, I'll get some 3D printed ones, and then I'll get the minimum I need to use it, and then we can work through these scenarios. Because if we work through these scenarios, scenario 1 all the way to the end in the Western Desert, that'd be a good laugh.
We won't do any SAS ones. 'Cause I'm not going to get an SAS on me.
Well, you're not going to get a long range desert group.
No,
You're boring.
I don't want it.
I don't want to get Italians.
Well, I've got an elite army, so I don't want another elite army.
I'm still tempted to get a British paratroopers though, because I watched
Well, don't you?
Bridge Too Far the other day. It's such a good film.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we can't accept your surrender. Take out K-47s from both. Try out K-47s.
Yeah,
That's the Russian ones, isn't it?
No, K-47s is that it's like the Second World War hasn't finished, isn't it?
Don't see Warlords Weird World 2 expansion book used enough. Don't see Warlords Weird World War 2. They're not on about the you want some French and New Zealanders. Well, I'm going to eventually get an Aussie army. Because we might. That's when the tables will flip, and I'll have the Aussies in Burma, and Jace's going to go for the Japanese. K-47 is a weird war with mech.
Yeah, it's basically like the war carried on. They got like almost like.
Oh, sorry, K-47, Conflicts 47. Yeah, so yeah, the World Wars carried on. The Germans can have werewolves and plasma guns and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because they were well into the club, weren't they? Yeah.
Got it, right. I was just saying, K-47, I thought that was the tank. The Russian tank. What's that big block on top of a tank? It's just a square turret. It's not the T-47, it's just a stupid...
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Oh, the KV-9.
When it gets shot when it was the turret on the way to turn over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if the turret was like that, and shot, it would...
Sorry if the camera's wobbling because my hands are rested on the table.
Yeah, KV-1.
Right, hang on. Oh, right, so the war in Africa, right, okay. Italian platoons chosen from the war in Africa. All Italian units must be in it. Oh, really?
Inexperienced.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with my Yanks. First 3 games, mate. All are going to be inexperienced.
Wow. Yeah, but this is scenario 3. They've had a bit of a scrap.
No, they haven't. They've all died. New placements.
All Italians must be inexperienced. The following vehicles may be selected: the AB40 L335, L335CC, and M1139. What was that?
You'll be retired.
Before you retire before you can fix this one.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I'll never retire. I've got to keep working just to pay the plastic crack.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'll be found dead with a model in my hand.
Under a pile of freaking plastic.
Yeah. I'll be dead with a model by my paint desk. Oh, he's doing what he loves. No, I don't. I ain't painting him.
It'll be more. It won't be slapstick. It'll just be dipstick.
Do you know what? It's got to the point, right? When I leave, right, that my daughters go. They used to go, "Oh, hope you win, Dad." Now it's like, "Good luck." hope you win. They've lost complete confidence in their father and his ability to command a battlefield. First thing in the morning on a Sunday, "Did you win, Dad?" "No." "We're all going to leave behind piles of spears and blisters." We haven't got first stop.
Mine will be a big old pile and just say, "Your inheritance."
I told my daughters I'm painting up really well so you can sell them when I'm dead.
I have a British heavy infantry platoon to paint up and fish, and to them need support weapons and gun stations. God, mate.
Tank clash. Oh, that's not going to be good, is it? Oh, I like this game.
Yeah.
The tank clash, can't even pronounce it, Mechali or something like that, Mechili or something, Mechili. The majority of the 4th Armoured Brigade's Crusader tanks were almost on their last legs and mechanically unreliable. Any British Crusader tank, A9, 10 or 13, that is given a run order on a 6 it runs out of fuel and stalls. Wow.
Does your kids wish us luck? Mine say, "Bring us a bag of chips back when you scrub out."
I should be painting that instead of watching YouTube. Well, sorry, Jack, we'll be going in a minute because Leslie will tell us off. What was that about painting? Bob Dick, your kids wish you luck. Mine say, "Bring us a bag of chips when you scrub out." Kids love us, don't they?
Yeah, mine just so happened at the house.
All right, so they should be. Actually, what you said, Jace, is a pretty good idea. About
Yeah, that's why I put YouTube on, mate, and I just
no, not YouTube. Is
No, silly there.
what's that?
Uh,
Yes, they are 29 minutes. Yes, they are. Sorry, Leslie. We'll go in a minute.
yeah, paint as you watch YouTube. That's what I do. I put the YouTube channel on, and I sit in the back of while I'm painting. Usually early in the weekend, mornings, because no one else is up. So each time I get peace and quiet.
The Italian platoon. Oh, well, that's a bit weird. So scenario 5. So you think that's carrying on?
Yeah.
The Italian platoon should be chosen from the 1940-41 Italian Armoured Brigade reinforcements. The following tanks or armour cars may be selected: the AB-40, 35. The Italian players should have 20% points advantage over the Commonwealth.
Because they need it.
Oh, because of this.
Oh, because it's set up.
Oh, that's different. Oh, this is gonna. Oh God, see, this is the dark thing. That's exciting. I'm like, oh right, okay. Now I'm looking.
Yeah.
And what I need to possibly get, yeah. I reckon I definitely need to get obviously some tankettes, and I think I need to get 1 or 2 boxes of the starter sets.
Yeah.
So I'll start working out some Aries the next month, because we've got to go to. So I need to do it. We're doing unboxing. I'll get my daughter to film an unboxing.
That's all I did. I looked at mine. I went, oh, what do I need for the Jock Army? I went, oh, I need another toe.
I like watching your past 2nd edition battle report once I was painting. I've rewatched every one multiple times at this point. Thanks, Danny. It inspires you with your painting, does it? I'd often paint while YouTube or watching Twitch. Yeah, I've tried Twitch.
I haven't.
What I try and do, because the girls are growing up, they want to go and dabble in all these different social medias and that.
Oh,
so yeah. I try and download it and see what it's all about and that. So I've had to, I've got TikTok on there now. Because she's, Dad, can I do TikTok? Okay. So I check it out. There is a load of crap on that.
Of course there is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So we're going to be on there. But yeah, it's just like, oh my God, it's terrible, some of it. And you look at it and think, that's crap. And they got so many views.
Because there's more ones
so
watching
many
it.
followers, it's just, oh my God.
Yeah, that's why I looked at my job column, mate, and think, well, I needed this, and this. So I went, just got that. And then I looked at my early armoured brigade, and went, well, I need this, so I'm going to get that. And just see what I need to fill up to get the armies more.
So, all right, if we're going to go through these missions.
Yeah. The only ones I've got to struggle with is when it's lots of tanks.
Right, okay.
Because I haven't got the tanks for it yet.
Not yet, no. I think it's very numpties, but there are some good models out there too. Oh, speaking of modelers, give Kaogo a miss. Kao what? Kao what?
Kings of War.
Where does it say that?
Give Kings of War a miss and get on with the
Italians.
Well, he is. He's got to paint his 2nd edition first, then he's going to do his Italians.
Right. What was I doing? Oh yeah.
I don't know. Looking at something.
I was looking at something. Scenario 12. Yeah, hang on.
Let's go for the M1542 tank.
I'm not allowed to, apparently, in these, according to these, going through the scenarios in the Western Desert, and I'm limited to what formations I can pick. And then it says, even though there's different tanks in the, like there's in this one, Leslie, it's the Italians and Axis.
The 5MG one, yeah, that's got.
Yeah, it's got loads of it. But it says you're only limited to these amount of tanks to keep it historically accurate.
Yeah,
possibly. But this is where we're going to fall over, is when it includes some of the missions, like scenario 13, has the free French. So do we skip that, or do we just say, right, you're...
Yeah.
Because we're not going to... Guys, we're not going to buy models just for a scenario.
No. And
it'd be pointless.
I'm not doing free French.
They're actually quite good.
I'm not doing free French.
Well, you said you wouldn't do Americans.
Now
look at you.
I'd rather do Americans than free French.
De Gaulle was a dick, wasn't he? I mean, what I watched on the reason I come at that, because we're talking, hang on, hear me out. The reason I went and said that is because I watched, there's a thing on YouTube, and I stumbled across it on Virgin, it's to do with D-Day, and it's the Light Before Dawn or something like that it was called. And he was so arrogant. He wanted to be, we liberated Paris or whatever, but he was the one that wanted to march in first and all that sort of stuff. I like how you guys play the games to the scenarios, but I just get what I like and look at the army. Yeah, I do. I tend to go for that. But the Free French Army was actually quite good.
Yeah, you said about him being a dick.
Well, he was. He just so arrogant.
Oh yeah, and after the war, he was just a big toss as well.
Yeah.
Because he's the reason we didn't join the EU early. Until after he died. Because he had a block on it.
Yeah. Honestly, we dug his country out with the Yanks, and then he just arrogantly strolled in with everybody else, and we had to recognise him as the power in France.
Yeah. I didn't say that bit.
Oh yeah, running the Western Desert Italians because they're good. Yeah.
I've got no interest in doing the French.
That's.
I wouldn't mind doing Canadian Army next.
Yeah, but you want to do a Canadian Army as a regular?
Yeah, just as a regular. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be quite good.
Nothing, no special, but I'd use different tanks in that than I do in my Americans and British. So you want you to see the same tanks.
Hang on a minute. I ain't gonna like that one.
No, why not?
Scenario 15.
Yeah.
You have minefields all the way across the table. I have to attack you.
Right.
You got 1,000 points. I got 1,500.
Oh, what's the problem then?
Canadian Army with getting quad like autocannons rock. You know, we might have to block still on shore. He's giving you tips.
Well, I was thinking, I thought I'd do the Canadians because they're different to the British, but they got the British and the Canadians use the Greyhound armoured car made by the Americans. The Americans didn't use it, but they did. And I thought, oh, I like the look of that. Just a tip.
Just a tip. What was that? Just a tip.
On my, yeah.
Canadian Commonwealth Army also on my project list. Yeah.
Yeah, so they got some nice things.
I'm a free information sharing player.
And you go on Facebook and ask loads of questions for hints and tactics. I don't.
I don't.
You do?
No, I don't.
I'm sure I've seen you on Facebook. I've got this coming up, guys. What's this, and this?
No, that was me.
I see loads of replies to it.
Mostly laughing.
They use British
Uniforms and weapons and wanted to be use Yank tanks. Use Yank tanks.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was coming. I don't want to have American army with certain tanks in it, and then have a Canadian army with the same tanks. I'll do it so I don't use the same kind of vehicles in the. It's always different.
Hang on a minute. You've got to use. This would be the 1942 British Army reinforcements by C-110.
Yeah, the Ram armored pistol. That's what I'm thinking of. But getting something, like I say, use the Ram and just other bits and pieces that are different, just because they got the Wasp, the universal carrier with a flamethrower in it, would be quite funny to use. So I know someone doesn't like Brens, so a Bren with a flamethrower would be even better, wouldn't it?
Sorry, I was just reading the rule for one of the scenarios we got to do, right? You got to use the British Armoured Brigade.
Yeah.
Right?
Which one though? 1941?
1942.
Oh, 42.
Right?
Yeah.
Special rules. Here's a tip. You only make a ram but not glue the turret on the tank.
Yeah.
Cool heads. During 1942, the Commonwealth Armoured Brigades took some terrible beatings from the Axis anti-tank fire. Yet, despite the losses, they stuck to their missions and gave as good as they got. When firing, Commonwealth tanks ignore the dice roll modifier for pin markers. So you never suffer penalties for shooting with pins.
Yeah, it
would just be long range and cover.
Is that yeah, but you had the 41 rule where they fire when you give them a run order as well.
And you get you potentially desert riders. No, that's to do with this scenario here.
Oh, okay. Right.
And I've got to do German platoon tank from under 14.
Yeah, but I ain't got the tanks for that yet.
No, well we can build up to it, can't we?
Oh yeah. I can get quite
What special rules have I got? Oh, none. Special rules. German anti-tank guns were highly aggressive. The player may re-roll failed order tests for his anti-tank guns. Artillery units only. Great.
That's pretty good. If you fail it, you can rebuild it.
Panzer Division anti-tank guns, right. German optics. German sights had no better quality glass than those of other nations, but they offered much better fields of vision, which makes it easier to calculate the range. German tanks and tank destroyers do not suffer the -1 for long range.
Hey, see?
Oh, that balances it out then.
Yeah.
So you could have 7 pins on you and still fire on a 3+. Jason, you'll have the tanks painted. Rich will still be looking in the books at the archers. Oh, Leslie, you're really nasty today.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts because it's true.
I've got to admit, there is some. I do want to get another 2 Crusader tanks.
All right, okay. Yeah.
I like the Crusaders. And then I've got to see what other tanks I want to put with them.
Right, so I need to.
So I want to do it with. They're just British tanks. I know we use the church, the Shermans and the Lee and the Grant and stuff like that. But I just want British tanks because then I'll use American tanks with the Americans. So it keeps things separate.
I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just getting excited about reading.
It's exciting about an army he's got to buy and collect yet.
It's a dream.
It's a dream.
It's a dream. It's like a song. It's like a song from Tangled, isn't it? I got a dream. I got a dream.
Have you? I can't remember that one.
Get an army painted. Oh, honestly, it's such a good film.
I've seen it, but I've only seen it
Oh
once.
yeah, no, I've seen it loads of times. Just wait until he gets the reading glasses out and starts looking at the German Desert Roman tank, which is actually what I'm doing now.
Oh, God.
1942 DAC Panzer Division.
Oh.
So I've got to have 1 command tank from a Panzer IV DEF or F2 Special.
Yeah. That's why we get the Americans have been using the Desert and I'll be using them in Europe because the paint schemes
The F2, known as the F4 Special, evolved into the G. Right, so I can have a G.
Yeah.
Which is 1 turret mount. Oh, which is what I'm fielding today. 1 turret mounted heavy anti-tank gun with a, that's 235. So I've got to have 1 of them.
Heavy anti-tank gun.
And then I've got to have another 2 tanks. Jesus, so I've got to have 3 tanks in my heavy platoon straight away.
Yeah.
Or I can have a medium platoon and it's Panzer IIIs. Now I love the Panzer IIIs, so I might go for that then. And then what do I need? I need infantry.
Oh, I see Dan on.
Oh, sorry, mate.
He's been too much.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, dude. The platoon must include enough transport vehicles to transport all infantry and artillery units.
Yeah. You're constantly on the move.
So the most I'm going to have is 5 tanks.
Yeah.
5 tanks to take on that formation. Oh, actually, I'm getting excited we're going to work through that. So get the Italians done. Yeah, I'm going to be cool.
Yeah, 5 tanks.
Look at it, it's 42 minutes in. We better go.
Yeah.
That's been really good. I've enjoyed that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're nice and sweet now, aren't you?
I am. Get me Italians. Yay!
There's so many tanks you need.
Yeah. Look, if we're going to do the campaign in the Western Desert and actually go through them all, we're going to need. Well, I need to get another. Well, I've only got 1 Panzer III.
Yeah, I need to get another 4.
So I might have to get. I might stick to the Panzer IIIs because it'd be cheaper. We'd get more for my money, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Imagine that'd be a bit over the top, wouldn't it? What's that? I'm going to get my own and make my command groups for Tewkesbury. Yeah, nice. Oh, I saw the models you did put up, mate. They look great. And buy time to paint more Italian armored cars. Yes, I know. I got it. I'll do it. We'll get it done.
Yeah,
get it done.
This is quite easy.
Yeah. Because I won't be hung up on the details, so I'll be able to bang them out quite quickly.
Yeah, because I've got to get 4 more Crusaders.
Yeah, so for the Germans then, I obviously need, I've got the infantry, I just need to, looking at those missions then, I need to get some either Panzer IVs or Panzer IIIs. So I'll look on, okay guys, looking forward to the next after action report. After action? You mean when I cry? Lots of tears.
Oh no, it's Europe. You did pretty great in Europe.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. 5-time MMGs is 75 shots a turn. I know.
It's a lot of shots.
Here's one for you though. 75 shots. That's 1 pin per unit. So five times 5, so it's 5. So 5 men or whatever, 5 machine guns firing at a Bren will put 1 pin on it.
Yeah.
So the
But
most you can
75
do. No, it doesn't matter if it's 75 shots.
But it's not 4 tanks, it's 4 infantry. 75 shots at 1 unit of infantry is infantry goal.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
That'd be anybody, even if it went down behind our cover, you shoot with the dice rolls, you shoot down.
Yeah. So it's why you shooting a Bren when you should be shooting infantry.
Because that's what you bring sometimes. Well, it does in my eyes. All I see is the Bren. I get tunnel vision, just see the Bren. Bloody Brens. Right, on that note, I'm going to go, because I love Europe, because there's no Brens. Right, guys, thanks ever so much. That's been great. Appreciate that. The MMGs are all a different facing. Oh, right, okay. I'm going to go.
Okay.
Let's go have a game.
See you
Cheers,
later,
guys.